Coming up next, the Rockets taking on the Warriors. For Houston, middle of the pack with a 5-5 record. They hope to break through with a win tonight. Warriors, Rockets. The NBA, it's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA. Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the splash. We've got Robert Covington, Harden out there with Farrell. And it's Birch in at the 5, roaming the paint. So the Rockets win the tip. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the middle, and he jams it with authority.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Thompson inside the line. Warriors the rebound. Another shot. The rebound by Harden. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Hey guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all.
Harden the pass to Covington. Misses the 3. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. To the inside, Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Just such a confident scorer, seeing Clay get into these areas on the floor and still being effective. Gotta appreciate that part of his game.
Covington with it, guarded now by Duncan. It's stolen by Duncan. This is to Curry. Pass to Bullard. Down low, here's Duncan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's just called working within the offense as Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision, and then sees the open man.
And I hope kids out there are watching the textbook form on Thompson's jumper.
So many things that you could check the boxes on in terms of the fundamentals of a great shooter. It starts at the base, great footwork, you square up, you got a quick release, and you got to follow through. It really is something to watch.
Harden kicks to Farrell. Back to Harden. Will it go? Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Duncan finds Thompson. Here's Curry with the 3. Drills it from outside.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Warriors leading by 6. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Jang the pass to Clemens. 6 to shoot. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one comes in for James Harden. Different look here for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 6. Junior dishes to Knight. Here's Poole. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
A terrific combo guard. Some people are comparing Poole's style to that of C.J. McCollum's.
I don't know if it's that similar, maybe stylistically, but CJ's size and his control are something that right now I guarantee you Jordan Poole would love to adopt in his game.
And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Clemens.
Crucial. That Knight continues to develop defensively. He can still make a difference out there.
Back to Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Kept alive. Beasley kicks to Zhang. Here's Clemens. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Gordon with no one around. Another miss by Houston.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Oh,
Goodness.
Oh, okay, Junior. I see you out there.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Down by 15. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. And that sticks with you a little bit.
To the paint, and Duncan throws it down.
Simple. The pass, the slam, and that's a work of art from Junior.
For 3, Gordon. They grab their own miss, and that one is good by Beasley.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game sounds like he's got a good team both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Zhang. Reggie Bullock is out there with Gordon, and it's House in at the power forward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Mavericks, got the job done. He picked up 39 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his play with up close. I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
So it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Duncan, and it's Pascal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here we go, one-on-one. Harden with it, picked up by Thompson. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 9 points.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Pass to Curry. Back to Duncan. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Curry against Harden. Now the pass to Farrell. It is good.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
And he gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Here's Farrell. And he gets it to go. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Duncan left side. It's tipped. Here's Pascal. Not going to go that time. Good D by Covington.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Harden, that's good. And Covington, maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And coach,
you just keep going.
Golden State on D. Now Gordon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Beasley kicks to Zhang. Here's House. The Rockets again can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Yep, that one goes.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Clemens. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Here's Poole. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's Clemens. Tries again. Beasley outside. On the wing, Gordon passes it to Jang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Rockets. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for the Warriors. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They get it again. Buries it down low. Jang's got 6.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Brandon Knight's checked in for Thompson. Enzo Duncan nails them both. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Clemens. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Knight.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Poole, defended by Gordon. Here's Duncan. It's good. Junior's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fires the 3. Clemens, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Right now, you just got to find ways to feed Junior the basketball.
Rockets shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here's Bullock. He's guarded by Knight. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It goes on Brandon Knight. Rockets have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And yes, it's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
They get a hand on it. The Warriors.
Timeout. Start it.
Robert Covington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Reggie Bullock is out there with Farrell. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Gorgie Dan. And it's Howard in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Carroll gets it to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
On offense, here are the Rockets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Pass to Jang.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Farrell looking around. Here's Covington. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming.
And the Rockets making a change here. Thornwell's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Laws checked in, so we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew.